second.
I'm putting
Wait a
my
minute.
long, tall socks.
Wait a minute.
What?
I am a fire burning so bright. I am the flame that gets you through the night. I am a fire burning so bright. I am the flame that gets you through the night. I
I'm
am
putting
a
my
fire.
long, tall socks on. I'm putting my socks
to
on.
the night.
I'm putting my
No.
tall,
No.
long socks
No.
on. 'Cause my feet are so cold.
Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking. No, what I just wrote was an amazing.
Right, it's
well,
not
that's
even
the thing,
anything that
because it's
exists.
basically a new song for Imagine Dragons. Get at me, boys. There you go.
No, you got to put the word legendary in it.
I am
Sing
a
it again.
fire, burning so bright.
Legendary.
I am a flame that gets you through the
You're
night.
legendary.
I am the fire. Burning
Legend.
so bright.
Legend.
I am the flame that will get you through the night.
That
I will
willa?
guide you. I
Okay.
will guide you
Hey.
to the truth. I will open your eyes.
No one can see you do that stuff. Yeah, I cough too. What is happening?
I don't know.
We both woke up. Let me tell you, while I was dreaming and in while I was asleep, I felt great. I had no snots. I had no sneezes. No nothing. We both wake up
Mess.
a mess.
I could breathe real good when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And then I get up and I'm still breathing a little bit. And then I think once my mind realizes that I could breathe real good, that's when all the allergies and everything
You know what I
sets
just
in.
thought of?
What?
Like us recording us sleeping at night with the camera,
Yeah.
and we cut to it and our mouths are open and our eye we're just like like both of us are just fucking psychotically
I'm sure we are.
trying to live while we sleep.
I'm sure we are.
Maybe we, yeah. But speaking about how we feel,
Hold on a second.
what?
What's up,
Oh.
nuts? Heyo, welcome to another episode of A Couple of Nuts
Talking.
Be sure to follow us on ACOM Podcast, Instagram, on Facebook, Couple of Nuts Talking. Go ahead and follow us on iPod, Postmates, and make it Postmates.
Did you say
Grubhubs.
Postmates? What?
Follow us on Grubhub and what's the other one? Instacart and Spotify
DoorDash.
Podcast, DoorDash,
Uber
Apple,
Eats.
iTunes.
Why
Uber
are we
Eats.
giving these people? By the way, can I just say that Sean and I absolutely never use Uber Eats, DoorDash. What do we use?
There was a minute there. I think we used it about. Here's the
right,
cool
right,
thing,
right.
though. Here's the
Right.
cool
I
thing.
forgot about that. And during COVID.
Here's a little hack, okay? If they're a little late or your food's cold or something like that,
I wouldn't tell anybody because if this goes like, what if then everyone starts doing that and they change their policy?
oh, that's true.
Don't say it.
Just don't support those
but
companies.
DM us and we'll tell you.
Yeah. We
That's
did it a
what we'll
couple
do.
times during the whole lockdown bullshit, but
It's legit though. It's not like you can't pretend it's late. Like we had
I
food.
thought you weren't going to. I thought we weren't telling them.
No, I'm not going to tell them what we did to get out of it. But what I'm saying is, I'm telling them the story of the Mexican food that we had that was
You know what? Fuck
lost
it.
for like an hour.
Fuck it. They're not going to change the policy. Let's tell them what happened. We've had this happen a couple times. Food came late, and it was cold. So not only was it late, but obviously it was going to
Can
be
I
cold.
just tell you something before you tell them? Now it seems like I'm an asshole because I was like, don't tell them.
No, I get why you were telling them, but honestly,
But I was still going to tell them, but they would have had to DM us.
We
That's all.
You were doing it just in case this episode happens to go crazy viral and millions of people hear. But I'll tell you something that probably will happen.
Especially now because
But
we're doing this.
for a little while, this is just for the one or two people that are chiming in right now.
Right.
Order DoorDash. You know what you could do is you could even put the number on. No, because then they'll say they put the wrong address in. But it came late and it was cold, so we contacted them.
I mean,
we got
real late.
refunded the whole thing, and this happened about 2 or 3 times. This happened to us. For some reason,
I
those
wonder if it was
drivers.
the same driver.
Well, we live on a main boulevard here, so there's no parking spot in front of the apartment, but they don't know that there's a back way, an alleyway they could park in. They didn't know that, so we had these guys just driving around in circles for 10, 15 minutes, and then we ended up getting the meals for free. I hope that didn't affect their pay.
It doesn't. They
No.
still get paid. But anyways, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah,
babe.
yeah, yeah. I had a little brain tootie. It's raining outside today. We didn't know if we were gonna do this, and then we woke up and it was raining.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
It's
Raining,
raining,
man.
man. If only, huh?
Look how
Just mad a bunch
excited
of
Sean
dicks.
gets
Oh, if there
when
were
he
just
hears that he's raining
a
men.
bunch of dicks falling from the sky.
That'd be
I would just
dope.
stand out there with my mouth open. Ah.
You know what I would do? I would love the noise. It would just be such a flappy noise when it hit the cement. Just
You'd be like that.
yeah. It would sound like a whole bunch of butt cheeks getting hit. And then when they start landing on top of each other, then it's just like dick on dick.
Nothing wrong with a little dick on dick. You know, there's this thing called docking. Have you ever heard of this?
Oh gosh, yeah, I just heard about this, but why am I?
Did you?
I did.
I thought I shared this with you.
Or maybe
a
that's
while
what
ago.
it was.
It was a while ago. But docking is when two men
Yeah,
take
yeah,
their
yeah.
like one will take his foreskin and he'll pull it over the other guy's dick, and then he jacks them
Yeah.
both off with his skin over the other.
But it's got to be
dickhead.
uncircumcised. Otherwise, you don't have enough skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of them's got to be uncircumcised.
I
Not
remember
both.
the first time I saw an uncircumcised dick. By the way, this is what's crazy. Is it was the first dick that I saw.
You know what's crazy?
So, hold on. So I thought that was a normal dick.
No.
Not that it's abnormal. It actually is the normalest dick.
It is.
the way
Hold
it's
on. You
supposed
know
to
what's
be.
crazy?
What?
I wanted to talk about that. I was thinking about this in the shower yesterday. I
Aw,
wanted to
high
talk
five.
about uncircumcised
High
dicks
five.
and circumcised
I
dicks.
love that that's what we think about.
Let's go.
Okay. So so now mind you, I've never seen dick. I mean, I saw dick in like porns and stuff that were really far away, and that's a whole nother story to talk about because my dad would watch porn in at the house, but I wouldn't be there. I'd be seeing it from far away, so I never really saw a dick up close. And then my first dick that I saw was an uncircumcised dick, and from then on, that's what I thought all dick in America would look like. He wasn't American, and I was like, oh, okay, this is dick. And what's really weird is then the next dick I saw, which was a normal American dick, I was like, what's wrong with your dick? I was like,
Really?
yeah. So the next dick, wait, I don't know where I left off, babe.
You're talking about dicks the
Did
first
I
time we
already
saw it in
say-
America. Yeah.
So I didn't say the second dick yet?
I don't know. You're talking
Rewind.
about American dicks. The first time we saw an American dick, you're like, this is not right.
Yeah, but I didn't say that out loud, obviously.
How many dicks did you see, honey? Like, what
Not
is
a
going
lot.
on here?
Well, obviously not a lot.
So your first relationship with a gentleman was uncircumcised.
Which, by the way, was in my early 20s.
Right.
Okay,
So
so
then you saw
let's just say I was not seeing dick.
So then you saw the circumcised dick.
Right, then I saw the circumcised dick, and I thought something was wrong with his dick.
Right.
Like I was just like, oh,
Like, what
this
did you
one's
think was
dick.
wrong with it?
I guess I didn't think anything was wrong with it. I was just like, that's way different. Like, here's the one thing that's cool
A lot
about
prettier.
uncircumcised dick
A lot prettier.
is that it's so easy to get a hand job when it's uncircumcised
Is it? Why?
because of the skins. Like
Oh,
the
there's
skin
more
helps
skin,
you,
yeah.
and it feels good.
Well,
for
that's
them.
the thing. There's a whole, there's but much more pleasure involved with
Yeah.
an uncircumcised
Oh,
dick.
yeah.
Like, I'm fucking circumcised, okay, and I feel like my dick is half numb.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
half
that's
numb.
what they talk. They talk about getting your circumcision back. I mean, obviously not by surgery, but like stretching so that you can get that feeling back again.
I don't think
But it's
that'll-
already numb.
It's already gone. It's already, been
gone.
cut.
Yeah.
The nerve's already been cut.
And can you imagine? This isn't a surgeon. It's a fucking like rabbi or pastor or like all these people who do it.
They kiss the pee-pee, too. I've seen footage of rabbis like, suck on it real quick.
No.
Yeah, it's real
No.
creepy and weird, yeah.
Sean Thomas.
That didn't happen to me, I don't think. I mean, I had mine just cut off in the hospital.
in the hospital.
But, yeah, they do a sucky-sucky on the pee-pee in some of the churches.
Oh God, they're probably so hard underneath whatever they're wearing.
Every
their little
church
robe.
has-
I think that's why they were robes.
Every
to be
church
honest.
has that group.
Because that's why I think, and no offense to people in religions, because everybody can have their own opinion, but
Yeah.
I do feel that organized religion is meant to kind of encapsulate or disguise evil. Like, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my God, I'm religious, and you're talking about God and all. No, I think God is beautiful and wonderful, and whoever you believe in is beautiful. I'm saying when religion gets organized, it's there should be no organization in spirituality. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, as soon as you need money and establishment and there's a hierarchy, it's about the hierarchy.
Yeah.
As soon as there's this guy who's up here, like you look at just Christianity, Catholicism, you look at, the big ass Pope at the top, and then you got the bishops, and you got the whatever, like, all the way down to the priests and to altar boys. Like, it should never be like that. Yeah. God does not go, you're better than, you get all the money, you get that, you get to, like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And then that's where they start hiding the money, the power, and the fucking, not so great shit like pedophilia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just all outright power, which I don't know.
There you go, everybody. You heard
there's
you heard it there. There she goes.
Well, we can go back to circumcising.
Yeah, can we go back to the circumcision of the pee-pee?
So, anyways, giving a hand job with an uncircumcised dick is way easier. Okay. And even a blowjob, too, because the spit kind of stays in it.
Ew, honey, that's disgusting.
Why is that disgusting now?
You're only supposed to be giving me blowjobs and me hand jobs.
And I do. I was speaking in my past.
Oh, ew.
From what I heard, not my experience. From what I heard, honey. I'm going from what I heard.
With that thing. Ew.
Stop looking. Stop closing your eyes and imagining. Babe, imagining I'm talking about when it's raining dicks and it's just dicks attached to no man.
That's for me.
Right.
In my mouth.
Yeah. Wait, you want your dick in your mouth?
Yes.
You said you already had that.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Circumcision.
Cookie's coming out of the bed right now.
Oh,
this is Cookie, though.
Something's going on.
I know. She's very
She was trying to get into the closet, or she did, and now...
She's scared.
Is somebody here? Our cats really freak out when people walk around down in the courtyard.
Come on.
Although Puss is above the blanket.
She's out cold.
Cookie's just being weird right now.
I'm
a little mad with Cookie right now. I got this new... I collect vinyl records. And I got a new little... a little overflow in my collection. So I got an additional little record holder stand thing. And I put it down on... That's Cookie. On the ground by my other records. And guess what? Woke up to the corner of one of my records all chewed up. All chewed up. And I know exactly who it was. It was Cookie.
You don't, though.
It was Cookie.
Puss does it, too.
No.
They have pica. They have pica. Cats get pica, too. And
no.
They eat plastic. Everything about plastic. It's so scary.
Do you know that male circumcision is the oldest known human surgical procedure with historical records and archaeological evidence dating the practice back to ancient Egyptians in the 23rd century BCE?
Is that because the Egyptians revered women so much that women were like, nah, let's just hurt their peepees?
It's mainly a Jewish and a Muslim thing. Chopping the skin off the dick.
Here's what I think, especially, I might have a little more rant.
Ritual circumcision.
Especially because it's spiritual and it's about God and if religion is good. Look, God made us perfect. However we were made. It does not make sense that you would then need to alter human beings who are how do they say it in the Bible, but like, or in religion, they say like God's in you. Like God, he made likeness of man through himself, right? Okay. What's that? How do they say it? Why am I having a brain fart?
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm saying?
I mean, I do know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it is. I don't know the words.
God made us in his likeness.
Right.
So why, so that's it. So why would God have messed up? Why would we need alteration? Why would we need to get, because in some religions they take the clit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And.
Well, that's to derive the woman of pleasure.
Right. Deprive.
But what did I say?
Derive.
Oh, wow. That's
total
wrong.
lack. It's different.
Yeah.
Exactly different.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Deprive.
So why would we ever need, excuse me. Oh, is that my first burpee on podcast?
You say that every single time.
Oh.
Okay. I think you're third or fourth.
It's my second, I thought.
Third or fourth.
Okay.
Good job, though, honey.
Thank you. I am trying to be more gassy for you guys. I feel like everyone loves it.
Okay, so I pulled up this thing. I pulled up this thing. You're
pull
getting
it up.
off. I want to talk about
I'm
circumcision.
sorry, I burped and it deflected
No, you're
me.
going. You're going to go back down. You're going to talk about how the
No, I'm
Roman
talking
Empire
about
fell and
No,
became
I'm
the
not.
fucking the Vatican,
I'm
and they have
not.
all their
I'm
gold
talking
under
about literally circumcision. In other words, why would we need to make an incision on a human being and change and alter their body if they're also touting in religion that God made
Your
us?
body's a temple.
Yes, and made us in your likeness. It doesn't make any
Well, I'm
sense.
sure it explains it. I'm sure in the books somewhere somebody. But although it was
That's
before,
what I'm saying,
it
not
was
God.
BC. It was BC that started apparently. But anyways, I pulled up this paper here. This guy at this College of Physicians of Edinburgh, ritual male circumcision. Circumcision is arguably the oldest surgical procedure performed since before recorded history. This paper looks at the history, but then look at this. Keywords. Honey is the first word. The keyword for circumcision. And then Jewish,
What?
Muslim, and Bantu practice, male circumcision. And there's 4 types of circumcision, which I wasn't aware of. Did you know that?
I did know there were different kinds. I did not know 4. I
The
thought
most-
there was just 2.
The most common one is where the foreskin, prepuce, is completely removed,
That
exposing
is adorable. That should be a band name.
exposing
Prepuce.
the whole glands, glans, of a flaccid penis. Another practiced in some
I
of
wonder if that's what happened to you and that's why you're a little numb.
another practiced in some of the Pacific Islands is where the frenum is
yeah.
snipped, but the foreskin left intact. Oh, the little
Yikes,
part
the-
of the
it's
frenum is that
the-
little thing underneath.
It's that it's like it's like the sail of it's
Yeah.
like a fin of a fish.
Yeah, the little thing
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
The others are where the foreskin is cut, some of it being removed, and the remnant left as 1 or 2 lateral flaps of loose skin.
Who's doing that one? They don't know what they're doing, and then they said, "I'm gonna call this another circumcision," because that guy was like not knowing how to do it. He was
Oh
terrible
my
at it.
God. Then
They should.
there's another procedure.
Just the head, complete head.
Better
removal.
described not as circumcision, but as sub-incision. In this mutilating procedure,
Well, right there, you said it's mutilation.
the foreskin is removed and with a thin stick
Oh, God, you're hurting
inserted
me and I don't have a
into the
penis.
urethra to maintain its patency, P-A-T-E?
Potency?
No, patency. An incision is then made in the undersurface of the penis near the base of its shaft, in effect making a urethral, it's your urethra.
Yeah.
Urethral, spit came out.
Wow.
Fistula.
Good, you got a beard to soak it up.
So it makes a urethral fistula. Sometimes another stick is inserted
This
through
is
the
too
penis.
much.
Can
This
you
is
just let
too
me get
much.
through it? Sometimes another stick is inserted through the penis at this point and left in to maintain the fistula. The result is that urine can be evacuated via the external meatus if a finger is
Oh.
held over the fistula, but semen is ejaculated via the fistula, presumably little of it entering the vagina during intercourse.
So it's to stop procreation, basically.
It sounds like it.
Oh my God.
They put a
Where
s-
is that done?
Doesn't say.
Of course it
yeah,
doesn't.
it might. It's a long paper.
Look, these things, I have a vagina and it was hurting while you were talking about that. I can't imagine if men were listening. But like, I don't need it to, they're basically using your dicks as like voodoo dolls and just fucking sticks and cuts and all these things. And you know what trauma that is for a little baby too? Can you imagine you come into this world
That explains a lot.
and all our boys, all our men are traumatized.
That's probably why I started using heroin.
Well, okay, that's
That's
definitely.
probably why I became a heroin addict.
I don't doubt it.
Ritual male circumcision is known to be practiced by South Sea Islanders, Australian, Aborigines, Sumatrans,
You know what?
Incas, Aztecs, Mayans, and ancient Egyptians. Today,
Wow, that's some old shit then.
it is still practiced by
Wait, the
Jews.
one you just talked about, the mutilation one was them? Or you're
Doesn't
just
say.
saying in general?
Today, it is still practiced by Jews, Muslims, and many tribes in East and Southern Africa. Oh, boy.
You know what I just thought of?
It didn't say
The-
America, though, because that's definitely done.
Here.
Whoa, there's
wait.
old ancient pictures, Egyptian hieroglyphs of
Oh,
the...
I want to see the flat dick. I want to see the
Whoa.
flappy dick.
No, it's like just a... Oh, one's got his little...
Will you
hand on
show
the guy's.
me?
I can't flip my computer
Oh my
around.
God,
If
I
you want to get
can't.
up, you can come over
But
here and
I
look at
feel
it.
like the audience now that I get it, you guys, that you can't see this shit. We have to start maybe doing camera stuff.
Yeah, we should.
But listen, do you know what I just thought of? The fact that all American, well, not all American, but I scratch that.
Look,
That every
one's got his
man.
little hand on his head like he's about to get a blowjob from him.
Well, no, he doesn't want to see the mutilation occur.
What are you talking about?
Look how big that one. They're portraying that one dick on
I'm
the
talking
right.
about this guy with his.
Oh, it's a
Little
tool,
arm.
or is that his dick? Okay,
No,
we
it's a
can't.
tool,
People
honey.
can't see it.
They're
People
chipping.
can't see it.
They chipped it off. Back in the day, they
Okay.
didn't have what we have now.
Stop, because no one can see the stuff. We don't have cameras. So look,
It doesn't matter. We're describing it. What they used is like a steak type thing and a hammer, and they chipped off the foreskin.
Do you know what I just thought of? For every man that's been circumcised, which isn't it more people have been circumcised than not? More men?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's a
Look it
ton
up
of
real
them.
quick.
But could you imagine if they didn't get circumcised, because they'd all be much more sensitive and even
We'd all
more
just be
sex
nutting all
hungry
the time.
all the
Like,
time.
oh,
Maybe that's
oh.
why they did it. Maybe the Egyptians were like, I can't. The women were just like, you guys need to stop. Let's numb this shit up a little bit. Let's just pull it back, pull the reins. And then they just started this. And all these women back then were just going, hee, 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 while they collected their menses with their
How
hands.
many men are circumcised? I'm going to look that up really quick. The CDC has estimated the present rate of circumcision in the United States 81%.
Can you imagine that knock on the door? Just, yeah, hey, we're the CDC. Sean, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Circumcised.
You're like, are you
they get it
circumcised?
at the hospital because they know.
I know, I'm kidding, honey, but still.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
But there are people that I've heard get circumcised after when they're adults. There's also men that I heard when they're adults, like I said, get a stretchings and try and get it back. Like there's a whole movement to stop this.
Yeah.
Which I wholeheartedly agree.
Here's the deal. It used to be done when you were older, not when you were a baby right out the
gate.
out the womb. Here it says
Because you have no choice. That's not fair.
For the Jews, it became not a rite of passage into manhood, but a sign of covenant. So you made a choice here, a covenant and
Yeah,
solemn
but you can't make a
relationship
choice when you're a baby.
with their God. Previously performed when the boy was an adolescent or immediately prior to marriage.
Maybe that's what the bat mitzvah is for.
It was changed to the 8th day of a boy's life, counting the day of his birth. So on day 8 is when they chop it off.
When God rested, and then the next day he woke up and did circumcisions. Like what? I don't understand why we picked the day 8. I think at least at this point in my life, I am wholeheartedly against this. I'm against anybody mutilating a child, a baby, against their will. I cannot see, at least in the God of my choosing, that would ever want us to hurt each other, mutilate each other, and change our bodies in the way
take a breath.
that he made
I'm
it.
a victim. It's my turn to talk. I'm a victim.
Honey, I mean, it's a long time
Take
ago.
a breath.
Like,
Take
you
a breath.
also have to.
Take a breath. My turn. I'm a victim.
Why would you even say that out loud? Ew.
Help me.
Oh, God. Put your mouth on my circumcision
Man.
and help me. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I wonder what it felt. I wonder what
You
it
would have
feels like
agreed
to-
right then, and you didn't.
Yeah. I wonder what it feels like to have a whole penis. To have the whole thing.
To have the whole thing.
Yeah.
You'll never know. I mean, you can ask the first penis I saw if you want and see if he feels any different.
I'm trying to think if I know anybody. I'm
Do you
sure.
know any Europeans?
Any of my buds out there uncircumcised?
Oh, you know who might not be?
Get at me. We don't
I
need
don't.
to say any names.
I'm gonna mouth it.
No, he's circumcised.
Really? Because
Yeah,
isn't he
it's-
South African?
It's prevalent in those countries. I just read that. Did you not listen to the history?
I
of
didn't. I wasn't
circumcision?
listening to you.
Exactly.
I'm
and that's a
kidding.
problem, isn't it? That's a problem we have in our relationship.
But take that out because he'll know it's him.
no,
'Cause
he
what I
doesn't
just
listen to this.
Okay. He
Um,
doesn't listen to this.
No, none of my friends support
Well, they
us.
are eventually.
None of
It'll
my friends
catch
support
on.
us. None of my friends come see our band Haunted
Neither do my
Airplay
friends.
live. I mean, there's a couple friends that listen
Yeah.
to this, but I thought I had more than 2 friends, but I guess I don't.
But
I
I've
guess
been
that's the reality of this life,
But
isn't
here's
it?
the difference with Sean. Like, time and time again, he will go support all of his friends. And then he will ask for support and they don't show up. And you know what Sean does? Nothing. He still completely 100% supports them.
I
doesn't
sit there
say
and I think to
anything.
myself, are they mad at me? What did I do
Oh,
wrong?
don't do that.
No, I
stuff.
don't.
No,
I don't
they
do
just
that.
don't care. They're not your friends.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
okay
that's
with it.
not how it works.
I'm okay with it.
Like, it's about showing up for each other and supporting each other. That's what friends do.
I wasn't a great friend to some of my friends, so it's
honey,
I'm okay
you
with
those,
it.
by the way, they were smart and they left you. Just so
That's
you know.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's what I keep telling you about you.
Yeah, I know.
Is you're a doormat and you just keep allowing them to be shitty to
I
you.
got a group of guys in
and
my
it's
life
sad.
now that are real
Yeah, you
good,
do.
though, that would do anything at the drop of a hat. But that's due to another
Those are new
thing.
ones and they're great.
So, yeah, I'm circumcised. Bethany still has her clitoris in place, and I just found out today that she's had uncircumcised penis in her mouth.
I did have my clit pierced though,
That
and
might
I
be
do
grounds
feel
for
like
that might be grounds for separation.
is it?
You might have to leave today after this podcast.
Can I just tell
honey.
you that you've had a lot more puss than I've had dick?
Oh, not true.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not going
100%.
down that, hun.
We've already gone down that.
I
Neither
have
of us
been
care.
either extremely drunk or on drugs a good portion of my adult life.
It doesn't mean you didn't stick it in.
When you're doing tons of pills and heroin and opiates, there's no sex drive. I'm sorry. At least there wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I didn't sprinkle meth in there. I did every now and again, but then I was living in a trap house or, I was with another dude or something like that.
Yeah, but you have to understand that I've been with less people than you can count on two hands. I've been with less guys than you can count on. And by the way, I didn't have sex with all of them.
1, 2, 3.
That's
4,
10. You have 10 digits on your hands.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I've been with less, and not all of them I had
I'm
sex
just
with.
a
I might have
little
seen
over,
their dick.
though, so it's not that much of a difference, babe.
It's still a big difference. But what I was saying anyways.
You've had more dick in your mouth than me, and that makes me mad. Okay?
I might have had more puss in my mouth than you then. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, fucking.
I mean, I'm not kidding, but I've only had a few pusses.
I fucking.
I didn't like it, which when I thought I was a lesbian, I just thought I was a lesbian who didn't like to go down. Isn't that funny?
You didn't like the vagina in your mouth.
Not at all.
What didn't you like about it? Can you squeeze what you didn't like about it into like a tight little few minutes here?
Yeah, there's so much. I don't like that my nose also gets in the I don't like that my nose is touched and like my oxygen is taken away.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that it's not wetness that I'm adding. There's
you get
other
your nose in that slime and that stank.
I don't like that my entire face gets involved. Like I don't like the
Get
feeling
your face
after.
covered in stank.
Feels like I have a mask on I can't take off. I don't like, and rightfully so, I didn't like the aroma, and I don't mean it as like they had a stanky ass puss. I'm talking about like hormonally, the smells, the pheromones.
Say some people's private parts stink. Got men and women.
Yeah.
Some people got some stank down there.
So I wasn't into that. Again, I think most of it was I don't like the juices of somebody else. Like I don't like how much fluid there is that's not mine. And
So now
if you don't
you-
like the taste of it, you're effed.
So you understand my struggle then.
Babe.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just
are.
being a man in general with juices on the face. Why do you look so defeated right now, baby?
Because you look like you don't like
Baby,
me.
you know I love eating your butt and puss, so let's just move on from that's very I love it.
But you weren't specific. You just said, now you hear my struggles.
I'm
Babe,
talking about
you
man's
said that in present tense.
I'm talking about man's struggle.
Well, just so you know, I've never had any complaints, and I had people who just wanted
So
to
now you've
do
had
that
other
to
people
me.
go down on you too. I'm learning a lot this
I
episode,
had-
hon.
I had guys in
You
my
said
life.
I was your first
on.
everything. You said I was your first everything.
I had guys who I consider friends who just wanted to go down on me all the time. Like
What the
they were just like,
fuck?
"Can I just go?" Sure. Like whatever.
That's weird.
It's not weird. Like they just liked doing that, and I was like, okay. I didn't
you had
do it.
guys that were friends. Did
Yeah.
these guys that were friends go down on you?
Well, I think they liked me, but I wasn't.
They just
I
wanted to go downtown.
Yeah, and that's all. Like I wouldn't have to do anything. It was
I
just
knew
like
it.
when I was a lesbian. It was like I just laid there.
I knew a guy, I won't say his name or a relationship that we had, but he cheated on his newlywed wife just by going down on a chick. Like, what a waste of a cheat.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
God.
saying? What a waste.
Now that I know who it is.
Yeah, what a waste of a cheat.
That doesn't even make sense.
You
Oh yeah, I
didn't
remember
get yours, man. You
I
didn't even
remember
get
us
your
having a
rocks off.
conversation about this where we started cracking up because we're like,
I don't know if she ever found out about it, but
Yeah.
what a waste of a cheat.
yeah,
because
because you got that
nuts, son.
for the rest of your life. You have that on your conscious,
Yeah, your permanent record.
and you didn't even get a nut.
That's on your permanent record, son.
Do you know what I call that? I call that you just setting somebody up, like you're trying to set up when this relationship ends, your next relationship,
Right.
and that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Anyways.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot done this round, huh?
I can't. It just
Wow,
flew
flew
out of
by.
us. It flew
Damn.
out. That's what happens when we talk about dick and puss. Like,
Thank God for the rain. Because, I brought up the rain.
here
brought
comes. There it is. Here comes the rain again, falling on my face like a memory. I know. Falling on my face like a new lubrication.
Thank you all for hanging
Did you
out
see
with
what I
us.
did?
That was really good, honey. Well, and we started on a song and we ending on a song. So
Yeah.
be sure to follow Say Stu Podcast. Follow, subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And I will always say, share it, talk about it,
Yeah.
post it,
Share it with a friend.
like it.
Share
But
it with
share
a,
it is really gonna do what's because
share it with a circumcised or uncircumcised friend.
I love all the people we have that love us so much. But if you love us that much, tell other people.
Tell other people about it.
Okay.
Maybe next time we'll talk about your longest lesbian relationship you were in. I don't know.
Okay.
And
sure.
I'll tell you about some gay stuff I did. Anyways,
Yeah.
stay nutty, everybody.
Bye for now.
Kim says.
Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking